So we're getting ready to get started. Let's please make sure we've silenced our cell phones, please. We've got 2 minutes, 2 minutes, and then we'll go live. Remember your party manners, or maybe it's not party manners. Remember your church manners and your movie manners.
Dobry den. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Emily Cole, the reigning Oklahoma Czech-Slovak queen for one more week, and I would like to welcome you to the return of our pageant, the 2021 Oklahoma Czech-Slovak Royalty Pageant. A couple of housekeeping items just before we begin. Please turn off your cell phones, and I would like to remind you to please refrain from visiting during the pageant. Also, in the back, there is a woman's lounge, if any of our moms need to use that with your little ones. With those items out of the way, let's get started. As Czech-Slovak Americans, we are fortunate to have celebrations honoring our heritage. Today, 4 representatives from today's pageant will be selected to represent our Czech-Slovak heritage across Oklahoma and even the nation. In preparation for this job, the contestants have talked to their parents, grandparents, and other Czech-Slovaks about kroje, customs, traditions, voyages, and historic events. The knowledge and customs our contestants will share tonight and throughout their lives help keep our heritage alive. At this time, I would like to introduce you to our pageant officials who have been given the difficult task of selecting our 2021-22 royalty. Their work is cut out for them as we have a wonderful group of young people vying for the important titles. Judge number 1 is Ms. Jennifer Fillmore. Jennifer Fillmore has been competing in pageants for married women for past decade. She is the reigning Mrs. Oklahoma Earth and placed as a top 8 finalist in the 2021 Mrs. USA Earth National Pageant in January. She will represent Oklahoma again at the same national competition in January 2022. Jennifer formerly held the state pageant titles of Mrs. Oklahoma United States 2019 and Mrs. Oklahoma International 2018 and was proud to represent her home state at those national competitions. Prior to competing in pageants for married women, Jennifer, who is half Czech, placed first runner-up in the 1998-99 Oklahoma Czech-Slovak royalty pageant, in which she showcased her dance background in the talent competition. Jennifer is also a pageant mom and trained and accompanied her daughter when she represented Oklahoma in the 2019 Miss Preteen International Pageant. Jennifer is also an experienced pageant judge for pageants of various types, systems, and age divisions. Jennifer holds a bachelor's degree in secondary education from Oklahoma State University, a master's degree in English from UCO, and has a high school and college English English teacher for nearly 20 years. She currently serves as an educator at Westmore High School and Oklahoma City Community College. Jennifer is a wife, mom, and community volunteer. She's been married to her husband, Kevin, for 5 years, and she has a 13-year-old daughter, Berkeley. Jennifer spends her spare time exercising, serving in the Junior League of Oklahoma City, and sharing her message of hope, Restored, in which she mentors people in her community who are overcoming addiction. Jennifer Fillmore. Judge number 2 is Amy Sykes. Amy LaCroix Sykes is a lifelong resident of Yukon. She received her bachelor's degree in elementary education from Southwestern Oklahoma State University and began her teaching career with Yukon Public Schools at Skyview Elementary, where she taught first grade for 11 years. Amy is currently the Children's Program Coordinator for Yukon Community Engagement, where she oversees the after-school programs in 10 different schools. The Millers 3-year-old program for employees' children, the Mini Millers Volunteer Nursery, Millers at Camp Summer Camp, as well as contributing to many different events and programs in which Yukon Community Engagement is in charge. Amy is the daughter of Zane and Ginger LaCroix of Yukon and has one daughter of her own, Carolina Blue, an 8th grader at Yukon Middle School. Amy's other love besides her daughter is music. She enjoys attending musicals and concerts with her daughter and performing on stage anytime she gets a chance. Amy's favorite time of year is the fall, mainly because of the annual Czech Festival, which will always be near and dear to her heart. Amy Sykes. Judge number 3 is Heather Vikla. Heather Vikla is a high school German teacher in Minnesota. She also advises the German Club, Student Council, and the Homecoming Committee, and she coaches elementary archery at her school. She obtained her bachelor's degree in German and linguistics and a Master of the Arts degree in teaching. Heather is fond of her Czech and Slovak heritage. She grew up baking kolatky, how it's said in southern Minnesota, eating fish dinner on Christmas Eve, and knowing how to say Czech phrases. Most of her ancestors came to the United States generations ago, but the most recent immigrant was her great-grandmother, who came from a small village near Stratsnice in Moravia. Heather was crowned the Miss Czech-Slovak Minnesota Queen in 2018 and earned the title of Miss Czech-Slovak US second runner-up for the 2018-19 pageant. Outside of her school and attending Czech festivals, Heather's favorite hobbies are sewing, crafting flower wreaths, playing the flute, and traveling within and outside of the United States. Heather Vikla. Our auditors this afternoon are Joanne Holman and Kelly Kallingason. Thank you so much to these ladies. Our MC for tonight's pageant is Renee Voss. Renee is a graduate of Oklahoma State University and was named a top 10 freshman woman, Kappa Delta, outstanding senior, and a top 10 senior in the College of Business. She has held various pageant titles such as Miss Oklahoma Preteen, Oklahoma Miss TEEN, Oklahoma Junior Miss, and was Mrs. Oklahoma 2001, placing second runner-up to Mrs. America. Renee was the 1988 Oklahoma Czech Queen. Renee is a certified public accountant and is the director of Pipeline Industry Benefit Fund, a $1.5 billion pension and health insurance fund. Renee is the first female director in the fund's history. Renee enjoys scrapbooking and supporting her boys in soccer and Boy Scouts. Renee and her husband Jeff have been married for 23 years. They live in Tulsa with their 16 and 11-year-old sons, Mitchell and Garrett, and their 2-year-old Sharanian dog, Bella. Garrett was the 2018-2019 Oklahoma Czech Prince. I present to you Ms. Renee Voss.
Well, hi. Thank you so much for coming today. It's very exciting to be here with you and to have this exciting evening together filled with tradition, grace, poise, intellect, and Czech-Slovak history. I'm excited to be here and sharing this event as our judges choose 4 new candidates and ambassadors to represent the Oklahoma Czechs Incorporated for the 2021 and 2022 year. So that you in the audience know, the Prince, Princess, and Junior Queen categories are each based on 45 points, and the Queen category is based on 60 points. The private judges interview, which was held earlier today, is worth 15 points. Kroj modeling is worth 15 points. And by the way, if you're new to the Czech culture, kroj is the word for the traditional Czech attire. So 15 points for kroj modeling. And the stage presence and onstage interview portion is also worth 15 points. Queen contestants compete in a 4th category, a chance to showcase their favorite talent. A Queen contestant can earn a maximum of 15 points for her talent performance. Now let's get this party started. So we will begin the evening with our 7 lovely little girls between the ages of 5 and 10 competing to become the next Oklahoma Czech-Slovak princess. Let's bring to stage our first princess contestant for kroj modeling. Contestant number 1 worked together with several generations of her family and friends to create this kroj. It honors her great-grandfather who immigrated in 1890 at age 7 from Hilava in the Czech Moravian Highlands. Contestant number 1 helped put the rhinestone hearts on her vest. Her Moravian skirt was handmade in Europe, and her apron is overlaid with a white apron. She assisted in making her apron. The apron's embroidered circles symbolize the family's name, which originates from the Czech word for circle. The blue ribbon hanging from her apron is from the Czech Republic. The crisp white blouse features puff sleeves edged in eyelet lace. The black vest is decorated with red and gold trim and flowers that are highlighted with rhinestones. On the back of the vest are 3 flowers accented with rhinestones and a hedgehog, because hedgehogs are found on Hilava's coat of arms. The yellow satin ribbon adorning the sleeves and lacing the vest depicts the golden fields of ripening grain surrounding Hilava. Contestant number 1 completes her kroj with festive flowers in her hair, Czech garnet jewelry believed in past centuries to bring good fortune, and an antique handkerchief embellished with a hedgehog that she helped cross-stitch. Thank you, contestant number 1. Contestant number 2. This festive kroj is steeped in family history and tradition, with contributions made by 5 generations. Contestant number 2 learned to operate the sewing machine and assisted her mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother in the kroj's construction. Her great-great-great-aunt and namesake represents the 5th generation. The sleeve's antique metallic trim was discovered in her cedar chest 45 years ago, making this embellishment very dear. Contestant number 2 is excited to bring her aunt's childhood vest from 1997 back to life. The heirloom's triple velvet fabric was given by a great uncle. Circles adorn the back, symbolizing the family name originating from the Czech word for circle. The contestant's grandmother designed and embroidered the sleeves with colorful satin ribbons 25 years ago and set them aside for her future granddaughter. A vintage bohemian handkerchief, a blue sash of imported Czech trim, and the beautiful cutwork apron overlay the satin skirt, especially printed with vibrant ethnic flowers. Bright flowers worn in her hair signify the contestant as a young maiden. Bohemian garnets complete the croy and are thought to supply power and good fortune. The beautiful heirloom brooch, purchased in the Czech Republic 2 decades ago by her mother, has been worn by 4 generations. Thank you, contestant number 2. Contestant number 3. Contestant number 3 is very proud to wear her croy, which was handmade by her mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother. The puffy sleeves on her shirt are made with heirloom fabric and lace inherited from her Czech fraternal great-grandmother. They are decorated with elaborate embroidery, beads, and sequins in a beautiful floral pattern, reminiscent of the cheerful floral murals that decorate the Oklahoma Czech building itself. Her bright red vest is adorned with authentic Czech ribbon, lace, and garnet red rhinestones. This beautiful yellow Czech ribbon continues into the apron. Her blue skirt is intricately embellished with many colorful ribbons and trim. Her special handmade floral headpiece is passed down from her mother's childhood croy, and brooches from her great-grandmother's adorn her collar and apron bow. Contestant number 3's croy matches that of her mother's. They love to match on Czech Day since it is traditional for women from the same village and family to wear a similar style of croy. 4 generations of women have had a hand in creating this special croy. It's a vibrant symbol of the life and beauty of the young Oklahoma Czech community, which lovingly was built up by generations that came before. Thank you, contestant number 3. Contestant number 4. Thriving in every Czech is their love and gift of music. It is as colorful as their croy. Contestant number 4 is proud to wear her Americanized croy that is designed after her ancestors' village of Moravia in Czechoslovakia. It is decorated with traditional and colorful folk flower ribbons, sparkled rickrack, and shiny sequin clusters. Her white blouse contains the customary puffy pillow lace sleeves, edged in a sparkly white lace. She wears a colorful shiny ribboned apron which accents her red skirt of flowers. A black velveteen vest reflects her heritage colors of black, red, white, and silver. Lastly, her vest is laced with a red ribbon and tied at the waist in a bow. The Czechoslovakian heritage is built on a foundation of family traditions. Her croy represents the love and tradition of her family. It was handmade by her great-grandmother, great-aunt, grandmother, and aunt. The fabric and embellishments were chosen to reflect Moravia's bright colors and bold patterns. The croy is completed with a flowered headpiece signifying that she is unmarried. She will follow her family tradition of wearing a red garnet, which was worn by her aunt, grandmother, and great-grandmother as a family lucky charm. Thank you, contestant number 4. Contestant number 5. Contestant number 5 is wearing a handcrafted croy with elements tied to her Moravian Bohemian roots. It was woven together with details that make it unique to her heritage. The scarf, adorned with an important family flower to symbolize her grandmother, and the delicate ribbon that outlines it, represents the elegance that embodied her. The vest was imported from Prague and was redesigned to match the colorful details in her croy. The small check red buttons and embroidered flowers represent her grandmother. The clear larger buttons from Moravia, adorned with imported thin gray shimmery ribbon, light blue and white ribbon, and purple floral ribbon, finish up the vest. The sleeves of the croy are decorated with bohemian ribbons and check buttons. Her skirt is a multi-layered fabric, creating the gorgeous bell shape that sways with her movements. The outer lilac skirt originated from Moravia. The sheer top layer has pleats on it that, when she dances, open represent the accordion her great-grandfather played. Finally, the check apron was embroidered flowers in honor of her grandmother and is combined with check ribbons. The large bow is tied using ribbons to drape across the back of the croy, tying all of her check roots together. Thank you, contestants number 5. Contestant number 6. Contestant number 6 is excited to be wearing a beautifully curated croy imported from a village near Holic, Slovakia, in the Zohore region near the Moravian border. The croy includes the original floral skirt, white apron, beaded vest, and blouse. The blouse is made of cotton with gathered sheer sleeves. The centerpiece of this croy is the phenomenal vest that is decorated with hundreds of hand-sewn glass beads. The front is laced with a long blue ribbon to complement the tiny flowers beaded into the back. Hidden features throughout the croy are examples of the ingenuity and careful construction that go into each costume that grows with a child. The full skirt is made of a colorful floral cotton and is pleated to provide the appropriate shape. The white apron has small pleats and displays handmade lace detail. An underskirt has been added for additional volume. This contestant's croy is completed with the traditional white tights and black shoes and a simple floral headpiece. Contestant number 6 is all set to dance and celebrate her heritage. Thank you, contestant number 6. Contestant number 7. Contestant number 7's croy is a representation of her own personal taste and her family's heritage. The blue flowers in the fabric of her skirt were chosen because her favorite color is blue. She has been doing research into her family history and knows that her great-great-grandmother immigrated to the United States from the western or southern Bohemia area. Therefore, her apron is white with color embroidery, which was common for that region. The shirt she is wearing today has been passed down in her family. Little is known about where the shirt originated, but based upon its design, it is believed to be from southern Slovakia. The collar is also a family piece that is believed to have originated in the early 20th century. White collars were to have been worn by girls and young women. Her vest was recently made with softer colors and butterfly designs that she picked out. The ribbon for her belt was purchased and imported from the Czech Republic. She chose black mid-calf boots and a flower head wreath to complete her croy. Thank you, contestant number 7. At this time, we'll bring the princess contestants back out to let everyone see their croy again and to help the judges make their final decisions. Okay, now can you guys turn around and face to the back? And now face the audience again. How about a little twirl, if you can do that? Awesome. Okay, now I'm going to ask you guys a little question here. Okay, contestant number 1, what is your favorite part of your croy?
My favorite part about my croy is that the 2 hearts on my vest represent my love for my family, and the second heart represents my love for my Czech heritage. Okay. Contestant number 2, what is your favorite part of your croy?
My favorite part of my croy is the button. The button is from the Czech Republic. My mother and my my Gigi went there, and she got this button, and it makes me remind of my family.
Contestant number 3, what is your favorite part of your Croy?
My favorite part about my Croy are my sleeves, which my mother and grandmother worked for many hours on.
Thank you very much. And contestant number 4, I bet you're wondering what I'm going to ask you. What is your favorite part of your Croy?
My headband, my headpiece.
I love it. Thank you very much. Contestant number 5, what is your favorite part of your Croy?
My favorite part of my Croy is all the flowers which represent my great-grandmother.
And contestant number 6, what is your favorite part of your Croy?
My vest, because when it's in the light, it really sparkles, and I just love the beads and the color. And also, a girl wore it in World War II, and it's from Czech-Slovakia. And even though I'm Bohemian, my Czech ancestors probably went through the same thing as they did.
I'm going to come around this side. Contestant number 7, what is your favorite part of your Croy?
My favorite part about my Croy is my vest because I picked out the flowers on it, and I also picked out the colors of the flowers.
All right, thank you, ladies. You may now exit the stage, and this concludes our Princess Croy modeling. We will now begin the Princess on-stage interview. For each Prince and Princess contestant, they submitted the bio will be read, and then the contestant will answer 2 questions, one about themselves and one about something Czech or Slovak related. The parents and kids help to develop the interview questions, and so this is in hopes that they will talk a little bit more on stage. It can be a little intimidating, so let's cross our fingers and hope that this works. Contestant number 1. Contestant number 1 lives in Del City with her mom and dad. She is 8 years old and a 3rd grader at Mid-Del Virtual Academy. She loves hanging out with her immediate and extended family and doing activities with them that include going to the zoo, science museum, park, and swimming. She loves going to the lake and camping in a tent while there. She participates in DC Kids at Del City Church of Christ and loves taking and giving hugs and high fives to the older generations anywhere she goes. She loves visiting her neighbors that are not able to get out much. She enjoys being outdoors in nature and enjoys collecting leaves, rocks, and sticks for her nature collection. She has been part of the Oklahoma Czech Dancers since July 2017. Contestant number 1's maternal grandfather's parents are 100% Czech. Contestant 1 is excited about running for Oklahoma Czech Princess so she can represent her Czech heritage at parades and events across the state if she wins. Okay, contestant number 1, tell everyone some of the things you like to do in your free time at home.
I love to help the elderly on my block who don't get to go out that much, and I just love talking to a lot of people, especially the people who don't get to go out and talk so much.
And your second question is, I heard that your great-grandfather came to the United States when he was a young boy, so can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, he came down to the United States in the 1890s. First, they came to Nebraska before coming to Oklahoma. They found land in Prague, Oklahoma. They didn't have enough money for all their children on the train, so they hid my great-grandfather in a chest, and the chest had holes on it so that he could breathe. My great-grandfather helped build the Bohemian Hall in Prague, Oklahoma.
Thank you very much, contestant number 1. Contestant number 2. Contestant 2 is 7 years old and attends first grade at Frontier Elementary in Edmond. She is a 7th generation Oklahoma Czech. Her ancestors immigrated from Moravia and Bohemia. They first settled in Nebraska and Kansas, but came to Prague, Oklahoma during the land runs. Both of contestant number 2's great Czech grandfathers are among Prague's founding pioneers. Contestant number 2 has celebrated her heritage at the Oklahoma Czech Festival every year since she was born, wearing kroj, waving in the parade, eating kolache, and dancing the polka with her family. She enjoys Miss Elaine's Czech class and learning Czech language, culture, and songs. Contestant number 2 has been a member of the Oklahoma Czech folk dancers since she was 3, performing at the Yukon Czech Festival, Prague's Kolache Festival, and the Czech Festival in Wilson, Kansas. She traveled to Wilbur, Nebraska's Czech Festival in 2018 and 21, where she rode bikes and scooters with the Oklahoma group in the children's parade and cheered our state queens in the national pageant. Contestant number 2 loves school, Bible class, arts and crafts, singing, swimming, reading, decorating cakes, and playing with her 2 brothers. She excels at math and was recognized by her teacher for being an excellent friend. Contestant number 2, I hear that you've been learning a new skill with your mother in the kitchen, so tell us about that.
Yes, that is baking cakes. My favorite part is cracking the eggs. I've gotten great at it. My second part is mixing the batter. My third favorite part is decorating the cakes. I've made special party cakes. I've made a mermaid cake. I've made a baby shower cake. I've made a fish cake. And the baby shower cake had pink flowers on the bottom with white icing with golden frosting on the top.
Okay, now I want cake. Okay, let's see. Your second question is, I was told that you have grown up with a favorite Czech cartoon character, so I want to hear about him.
Yes, his name is Kerchak. He is a mole, and his friends are a rabbit and a mouse and a frog and a hedgehog. My family loves Kerchak. There's a board game that my family loves to play together, and at my Nana's house, she has a ton of Kerchak things, like a Kerchak kite, and a Kerchak dish, and a Kerchak stuffed animal, and a Kerchak game. And my family loves Kerchak. And I watch him in my Nana's car every day when I come to her house. And how the mole says hello is ahoy.
Thank you so much, contestant number 2. Contestant number 3. Contestant number 3 is 10 years old and in the 5th grade at Bethany Elementary School. She is on the Yukon City swim team and plays the viola in her school orchestra. She plays volleyball and soccer and loves to read. Contestant number 3 is thoughtful, compassionate, and a friend to all. At home, she enjoys baking, gardening, and being an excellent big sister to her 3 little brothers. She has been learning the Czech language in Czech school for many years and can count and sing songs in Czech, including the Czech and Slovak national anthems. She is also a skilled and experienced Czech folk dancer, being a member of Oklahoma Czech folk dancers for the past 6 years. Contestant number 3 has Czech great-grandmothers on both sides of her family that are watching from heaven today. They would be so proud of the young lady she is becoming and how she proudly and actively learns about and celebrates her family heritage to keep them close to her heart. Contestant number 3 takes pride in her heritage by joyfully and participating in this rich Oklahoma Czech community. Contestant number 3, we've heard you enjoy baking. Can you tell us about your favorite creations?
So during the quarantine, my mom and I started baking, and my favorite creation that we did was we went down to the Czech building and we were taught how to make cola cheese, and that was my favorite thing that I made.
Wonderful. Okay, so next, can you tell us what is your favorite thing about your Czech heritage?
My favorite thing about my Czech heritage is being able to do the dances and just show everyone how cool it is to be Czech.
Thank you very much, contestant number 3. Contestant number 4. Contestant number 4 is an 8-year-old blue-eyed blonde. She is the oldest of 4 children and attends Ralph Downs Elementary as a 3rd grader. She loves listening and dancing to all sorts of music, especially Czech music played by her grandmother on the piano or the Czech button accordion. She has taken gymnastics for 3 years. And if she isn't dancing, singing, swimming, or playing with her sisters, brothers, and cousins, she is most likely found following in her great-grandfather's footsteps of being an artist. She loves drawing, coloring, and painting pictures for her family and friends. Her family has been part of the Oklahoma Czech since it was founded in 1966. She has attended the Oklahoma Czech Festival in Yukon and the Kolache Festival in Prague every year since she was born. She comes from a deeply rooted Czech legacy where the Czech language is spoken fluently at home by her father, grandmother, aunts, and uncles. She is almost able to recite the entire Lord's Prayer in Czech. At a very early age, she has developed a deep sense of pride in her Czech roots and is excited to carry on the long history of Czech traditions. Contestant number 4, I heard you're in gymnastics, so can you tell me a little bit about that?
I like being in gymnastics because it keeps me going and it's really fun for me, and my favorite exercise is the floor because I get to do cartwheels and splits and handstands.
Your second question, can you tell me something special about your Czech heritage that you are proud of?
I like the songs that I get to dance to and sing along with.
Thank you very much, contestant number 4. Contestant number 5. Contestant number 5 is 8 years old and attends Centennial Elementary in Mustang. She is in the 3rd grade. She is vibrant, outgoing, witty, funny, energetic, and smart. She works very hard in school and excels, making excellent grades. She is especially a whiz in math. She received the 2nd grade Mindset Matters Award for Lives to Give for having a heart for giving to others and sharing with others in need, and helped organize a district-wide Show Up for Teachers last year in Mustang to support teachers who worked during COVID. In her spare time, she loves playing soccer, swimming, jumping on her trampoline, gymnastics, riding her golf cart, entertaining friends, and artwork. She enjoys helping on the farm, roller skating, and taking care of her Australian shepherds and barn cats. She describes herself as a city country girl. She never meets a stranger. Her great-grandfather migrated from the Yehu-Moravsky region. He played the accordion and was a skilled carpenter. His Moravian and Bohemian roots have captivated her, and she spends much of her time practicing her Czech dances and singing, even with her grandmother, who remembers the dances she did as a young girl. She is proud to be a young Czech American. Contestant number 5, I hear you enjoy your Czech activities, but what new activities do you also love and why?
also love soccer and basketball, which I started both this year. And I even won Zaprove place at soccer. Zaprove means first in Czech.
For your second question, tell me about the area where your great-great-grandfather was in the Czech Republic.
The area my great-great-grandfather is from is Vršovany in the former of Czechoslovakia, 101 miles southeast of Prague, which is now the Czech Republic. Děkuji, thank you.
Thank you very much, contestant number 5. Contestant number 6. Contestant number 6 is 8 years old. She is a 3rd grader at Yukon's Central Elementary School. When the Czech Festival rolls around, she is proud to share that she is Czech. This will be her 4th year to perform with the Oklahoma Czech folk dancers at the Czech Festival. She was excited to participate when a group of the dancers got together at Czech Hall last year. She is also beginning her 4th year as a competitive cheer team. She enjoys learning challenging new skills and stunts. This summer, her squad was awarded champion of their division in a national competition in South Padre, Texas. Contestant number 6, Czech heritage can be traced through her grandpa's ancestry. His great-grandfather was born in Kolín, Bohemia. He immigrated with his family to the United States when he was just 5 years old. The family had to pick cranberries in Maryland until they had enough money to move west to Kansas. In the Oklahoma land run, he was able to stake a claim for his family. With hard work and determination, his family has thrived in America. Contestant number 6 enjoys spending time with friends and family, as well as learning about her Czech roots. Contestant number 6. What is one of your favorite things to do in your free time?
One of my favorite things to do in my free time is bake. I love baking because sometimes we make kolaches, and they turn out really good. And I also love spending time with my grandma and baking. We may not be artistes, but we try our best.
Your second question. I hear you have learned about your ancestors immigrating to the United States. What can you tell us about that?
In 1873, my Czech ancestors immigrated to the USA. It took over 4,000 miles to get to Maryland from Kolín, Bohemia. From there, they moved to Kansas. From there, they staked land in the Oklahoma land run, and that was their home.
Thank you, contestant number 6. Contestant number 7. Contestant number 7 is currently a 10-year-old girl who is in the 4th grade and attends St. John of Nepomuk Catholic School. Her father's family is Czech and her mother is German. She joined the Yukon Czech School in 2019 and since then has fallen in love with Czech culture and dancing. She is so happy to be back to singing and dancing in the festival this year. Her favorite Czech song is Annie and the Cabbage Patch, and her favorite dance is the Flying Dutchman. When she isn't doing Czech or being dragged to her brother's baseball games, she's playing piano or creating her own music videos. She moved closer to her grandparents in Mustang, Oklahoma from Texas in 2017. She gets to go back often to visit family in Texas and enjoys getting to shop at Rushka for kolaches and buying any vegetable that comes pickled. She is passionate about all things animal. She has a pet kitten, Mr. Flurkin, and a golden retriever, Zusa, which is sweetheart in German. When she grows up, she wants to be a veterinarian. Contestant number 7, I heard that you play volleyball. What is your favorite thing and least favorite thing about playing a sport?
My least favorite thing about volleyball is that when I wear pads and when I slide, it hurts my feet and it will just hurt, and also running.
My most favorite thing is that I get to hang around with my friends and I get to slide a lot on the ground.
For your second question, what is your favorite thing about your Czech heritage?
My favorite thing about my Czech heritage is that I get to be around my friends. Also, I get to make kolaches. And this year, I got to make some kolaches for this festival.
Thank you, contestant number 7. So at this time, would all the princess contestants please come back to the stage one last time so the judges can get one last look. Okay, turn to your right and face me. And turn right again and face the back of the stage. Turn right again and face the other wall there. And then one more time to your right to face the audience and the judges. And how about another little twirl? Can we do that for the audience? Show them your biggest and prettiest smile, because you ladies are beautiful. Yes, we need to wave to our family out there because they are so excited and proud to see you guys up here. All right, thank you, contestants. You've done an excellent job. You can now exit the stage, and this concludes the princess competition. We are so thankful to the Yukon Czech Hall for hosting our pageant year after year, and what a blessing this hall is to the Czech community, and it has been for so many generations before us of Oklahoma Czech and Slovaks for its 120-year history. So due to COVID and a couple of storms this past year, the hall has taken some very tough hits. As most of you are aware, we would like to take up a collection to help ensure that this hall will be around for future generations. Our current royalty will be taking baskets around to facilitate that collection. And when you see the crowns pass by, please give generously. At this time, we're going to take a brief pause while the judges make their final decisions, and we would like the Prince contestants to please head backstage. It's time to start the Prince competition. Our handsome Prince contestants are between the ages of 5 and 10. And would our first Prince contestant please come out to the stage for the Croy modeling? He's contestant number 8. Contestant number 8 is proud to wear his Croy, which is handmade by his mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother. His white band collar shirt is ornamented with heirloom trim. The sleeves on the shirt are encircled by broad blue authentic Czech ribbon. This bold ribbon is continued onto his bright red vest, which is lined with a royal blue satin, reminiscent of the vest his grandfather wore every Czech day when he was a boy. Rhinestones and sequins also adorn his vest, and hand-sewed gold arrows and beading decorate the back. It is traditional in the Oklahoma Czech community for the men's vest to be ornately decorated. His black trousers are embellished with stripes of heirloom ribbon and fringe that run along the leg. Coordinating heritage ribbons form the traditional sash that cascades from the side of his belt. And atop his head, his black hat sprouts decorative and vibrant feathers and includes a personalized monogrammed pin. Contestant 8's Croy matches those of his brothers, as it is traditional for men of the same village and family to wear a similar style of Croy. Contestant 8 wears this special Croy with pride as he dances, sings, and celebrates his Czech heritage. Thank you, contestant number 8. Contestant number 9. Contestant number 9 is wearing a traditionally inspired yet modern style of Croy. His hat is a felt fedora style full brim that was decorated by his grandmother with a classic red check band around the outside of the hat. Contestant 9's shirt is a white long sleeve button down altered lapel collar style, which was also decorated and adjusted by his grandmother. Contestant 9's pants are long, dark, straight leg with an off-white floral design trim along the seams. His pants were also designed and adjusted by his grandmother. Contestant 9's shirt and pants are both designed to reflect and inspired by traditional Bohemian and mid-Moravian Croys with the red floral, off-white floral designs and hints of gold trim. Contestant number 9 is wearing a traditional black handed-down vest worn by a former Czech royalty pageant contestant. His vest has optional buttons in front and is lined with authentic red trim. The vest was designed and decorated by his grandmother. Thank you, contestant number 9. Contestant number 10. Contestant 10 is wearing a Moravian-inspired Croy. He wanted to wear a Moravian Croy because his great-grandmother immigrated from Moravia, Czechoslovakia. This Croy is a collaboration of his ideas and some ideas from his grandmother. The favorite piece of his Croy is the vest. The green velvet vest is a replica of his father's vest when he was a youth, and the red brocade and gold trim on the front and back. His grandmother added 2 special pieces inside his vest. His shirt is trimmed with red and gold to complement his vest. His black pants are also trimmed with gold ribbon and red rickrack. His sash matches the green of his vest and has gold ribbon and red rickrack to complement his Moravian heritage. He has black boots. His fedora is trimmed in red and gold with 3 feathers, one for his mother, one for his living grandmother, and 1 feather for his late grandmother. Thank you, contestant number 10. At this time, we're going to bring all the Prince contestants out to the audience, to see their Croy again and to let the judges make their final decisions. You guys come on out. Can you turn around and face the back? And now Now face the audience again. How about a macho pose? Can you strike one for us? You know, like muscles or something like that? Okay, that works. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys a couple of questions. Actually, just one, but it's trying to throw you off. Okay, contestant number 8, what is the favorite part of your croy?
The arrows on my back represent my 3 brothers.
Thank you very much. You're wondering what I'm going to ask you? Yes, it's the same question. What is your favorite part of your croy?
I would say my shirts, my hat.
Just the whole croy.
Yeah, just the whole koi.
And contestant number 10, what is your favorite part of your croy?
My vest, because it's my favorite color. It represents stuff I like, and it's got every color of my family.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you, gentlemen. You can now exit the stage, and that concludes our Prince Croy modeling. They get to take a very tiny breath, and now we are going to begin the on-stage interview. So, contestant number 8. Contestant number 8 is 8 years old and in the 3rd grade at Bethany Elementary School. He is a yellow belt in Taekwondo and spends much of his time practicing his skills. He is an excellent reader and consistently exceeds his accelerated reading goals. He also plays basketball, soccer, and loves to swim. Contestant number 8 has a kind and welcoming demeanor and is a loyal friend. At home, he enjoys playing with his sister and 2 brothers. He has been a member of the Oklahoma Czech folk dancers since the age of 5, and there has learned how to sing songs in Czech and perform traditional Czech folk dances. Contestant number 8 has Czech great-grandmothers on both sides of his family that are watching from heaven today. They would be so proud of the young man he is becoming and how proudly he celebrates his family heritage. Contestant number 8 finds joy and pride in his participation in this rich Oklahoma Czech community. So contestant number 8, we heard like Taekwondo, so tell us a little bit about it.
I get on new cool kicks, I get on break boards, and I like that a lot.
And then what is your favorite thing about your Czech heritage?
Dancing. Because it's actually really fun.
Thank you very much, contestant number 8. Contestant number 9. Contestant number 9 is 6 years old from Edmond, Oklahoma. He is in the 1st grade at Stone Ridge Elementary, and his favorite subjects are math, art, and geography. Contestant number 9 has 2 dogs, 1 cat, and a new baby brother that he loves very much. Contestant number 9 enjoys cooking and watching Restaurant Impossible with Robert Irvine. His favorite thing to cook is Babish salmon, and he is always the best helper in the kitchen to season any of the meats for dinner. Contestant number 9 also enjoys swimming, reading, and loves playing baseball, basketball, and golf. In addition to playing the games, contestant number 9 likes to draw a scoreboard to keep track of all the scoring while commentating pregame, halftime, and postgame shows with all of the relevant scores, players, and highlights. Contestant number 9 has Czech-Slovak ancestry tracing back to Bohemia, Czechoslovakia. His favorite Czech dish to bake is kolaches, and he's a great helper with all mixing and rolling and tasting. Contestant number 9, I hear that you are a music lover, so tell us about your favorite band.
I'm gonna say Switchfoot from San Diego, California.
like they have been like a band for probably a long year. Long years.
Your second question is, your Czech ancestry comes from your Mimi. What can you tell us about your Mimi and her family?
Well, my Mimi's grandma came from Czechoslovakia, and she settled in Waukomis.
Thank you so much, contestant number 9. Contestant number 10. Contestant number 10 is 10 years old. He lives in Prague, Oklahoma with his parents and 12-year-old sister on the Centennial Farm that is his great-great-grandparents, established when they immigrated from Czechoslovakia. Contestant number 10 attends 5th grade at Prague Elementary. He attends the First United Methodist Church and is an active member of the Prague Cub Scouts Troop 485. He has completed many community service projects, including thanking first responders and giving blankets to the nursing home residents. He has represented his community at various local events and all over Oklahoma in parades, as well as the Children's Parade at the National Czech Days Festival in Wilbur, Nebraska. He is also a part of Prague's 4-H group and has his own show heifer. Contestant number 10's interests include Czech and sign language, Czech dancing, and helping with the livestock on the farm. He enjoys helping his dad check, feed, and care for the cattle. When he grows up, he wants to be a paleontologist. Contestant number 10 would like to thank his sponsor and would also love to see everyone at the Oklahoma Czech Festival. Contestant number 10, I hear that you show livestock, so tell us about that.
I have a brainless heifer that's name is Pivo, and I've been to a couple shows, and I've won reserve first place and below.
Your second question is to tell us about your Czech family.
My great-great-grandparents came over in a boat from Czech-Slovakia to a farm that I call home today, and it's over 100 years old.
Thank you very much, contestant number 10. So at this time, would all of the Prince contestants please come back on stage one last time so the judges can get another look. Okay, so can you turn and face me? Now turn right again and face the back. And turn right again and face the other wall. And then turn right again to face the audiences and judges. And I'm supposed to ask you to strike another pose. So I don't know. I didn't get to see the first one. You got any other poses? No? Anything? Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, so show everyone your biggest smile and wave to your family. Good job, guys. You can continue waving. That is fabulous. Okay, you exit the stage. Thank you so much. This concludes our Prince competition. At this time, I would like to recognize any former Oklahoma Czech-Slovak royalty here today. Would you please stand? Look at that. Thank you so much for being here. So honored to have you guys come back. Does this bring back some memories of when you guys were up here? Yeah, a little bit. I got to put on my glasses. I can't see. Shaking your head, yes? Garrett, anything? Shrugs. He's like, it's less stressful because you're not competing, right? Yeah, you just get to sit here. Well, it is more stressful, I guess, depending on why you're here. Well, good deal. Well, thank you guys for coming. I know it means a lot to have you here. Just keep going? Okay. Saturday at our 55th Oklahoma Czech Festival, we would like to get a group picture of 55 years of Royals. So that's all queens, princes, and princesses, both past and current. So bring your sashes and let's meet at the Charles Bridge mural on the north side of the Oklahoma Czech building at 11:30. We'll take a photo right after the Czech dancers finish their photos. Pass the word along to any other Royals that you know. Okay, so the junior queen candidates, please head backstage right now, and they're already backstage. Well, they're on their way. We'll give you okay. So the donations that our royalty collected that will go to the Czech Hall totaled $383. So thank you guys so much. Let's have a big round of applause. Yeah, and if you have little ones and need to duck out, feel free to do that at this time while we're transitioning to the next competition. Okay, during this next segment of the pageant, young ladies between the ages of 11 and 16 vying for the title of Oklahoma Czech-Slovak Junior. And I'm going to put this mic up here. Okay, would our first junior queen contestant please come to the stage for Croy modeling? She is contestant number 11. Contestant number 11 is wearing a Croy modeled after a Pilsen Croy. The Pilsen Croy can be many colors of skirts and aprons. This contestant chose all the materials and helped design for Croy. Contestant number 11 has chosen a bright yellow brocade for her skirt trimmed with black and gold floral ribbon from the Czech Republic. Her blouse is a cotton blend with a ruffle around the neck and puff sleeves with a bow at the elbow. The coordinating black vest has an inset of gold and black floral material from the Czech Republic. The material and vest are trimmed in gold, which brings all the colors together. Contestant number 11 wears a white cutwork apron accented with crystals. Scarves are traditional with Pilsen Croy, so she is modeling a floral scarf edged in a white fringe. Her headpiece is the mark of a Pilsen Croy, which is a cap with a bow in the back. Being a young lady, she has chosen a smaller bow. Contestant number 11 finishes her Croy with black boots. Thank you, contestant number 11. Contestant number 12. Contestant number 12 is wearing a handmade Croy made in the style of Croy from central Bohemia, from which her ancestors are. The iridescent purple skirt is a two-tone taffeta fabric with two bands of check ribbon at the bottom of the full skirt. Bohemian Croy are usually made of rich fabrics and soft colors such as this. Her shirt is white cotton with roomy sleeves and eyelet ruffles at the elbow. The fine white cotton batiste apron is also embroidered. As with Central Bohemian Croy, the apron is the most decorated piece with the most fine handiwork. The beautifully detailed silver brocade vest is laced up the front with sage green silk ribbon and is decorated with purple flowers and sage green vines. Tucked into the vest is a handmade vintage scarf with eyelet trim. Her earrings are made with purple iridescent Czech glass beads, and her floral headpiece is handmade by the contestant and her mother to include silk roses as the rose is the national flower of the Czech Republic. Thank you, contestant number 12. Contestant number 13. Contestant number 13 wears an authentic kroy from the Velasco region in eastern Moravia, where her maternal grandmother's family emigrated from. The kroy was handmade by hand in the Czech Republic using locally sourced natural fibers. This kroy is simpler than other Moravian kroy because Velasco is a rural mountainous region where many farmers and shepherds live. The kroy features a white shirt with gathered sleeves. A red vest with green and gold embellishment indicates the occasion for which the kroy is worn. The minimal embroidery and the texture of the green fabric used for the trim indicate this kroy would have been used for small celebrations, like church or a pageant. Since the kroy would not have been used for weddings or large festivals, the top skirt is made of hand-dyed, printed indigo fabric instead of brocade. This top skirt is worn over a voluminous black underskirt. Unlike other regions where flower wreaths are worn in the hair, single young ladies in the Velasco region wear white handkerchiefs on their heads, keeping them warm while they're out in the cold mountain air. Thick wool socks and traditional leather shoes complete the look and make this kroy perfect for performing traditional dances. Thank you, contestant number 13. At this time, we will bring out the contestants to let the audience see the kroy again and let the judges make their final decisions. If you guys will turn to the back. And face the audience again. How about a little twirl so you can see those beautiful skirts? All right. Contestant number 11. What is your favorite part of your kroy?
My favorite part of my kroy is this green bow on the underside of my skirt. The ribbon used to make this bow was on a doll that was given to my grandmother from a cousin in the Czech Republic. This ribbon was also on my very first kroy, so it means a lot to me to be able to carry a piece of my family with me today.
And what is your favorite part of your kroy? Contestant number 12.
My favorite part of my kroy is the purple skirt. My favorite color is purple, and I think the color purple just represents my personality and just who I want to be. I love purple.
And contestant number 13, what is your favorite part of your kroy?
My favorite part about my kroy is the blue skirt. My favorite color is blue, and it was hand-dyed with indigo. The white pattern on it was hand-done, which I think sounds really hard to do. This is also known as
All right, thank you ladies so much. You can now exit the stage, and this concludes our Junior Queen kroy modeling. Now we will begin with the Junior Queen on stage interview. Contestant number 11. Contestant number 11 is a sophomore at Yukon High School. She has been a lifelong straight-A student and is currently enrolled in accelerated and AP classes. She has received many academic awards, including the Masonic Lodge Student of Today Award. Contestant number 11 has a deep love for music. She is a 3-year Oklahoma All-State Choir member. She's also part of the Colavoces Honor Chorus and Vocal Jazz Ensemble at Yukon High School. Contestant 11 has also expressed her love of singing by performing in musicals such as Yukon High School's production of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Contestant number 11 enjoys competitive dances. She has danced for 11 years and danced competitively for 7. She enjoys performing in styles such as hip-hop, jazz, contemporary, and point. She has been dancing and singing with the Oklahoma Czech folk dancers for the last 6 years. Contestant number 11
loves baking. She enjoys finding and baking her great aunt's traditional Czech recipes with her mother. She also loves baking kolaches at the Czech building in preparation for the Czech Festival every year. Contestant number 11, tell us about your favorite part of the Oklahoma Czech Festival and why.
My favorite part of the Oklahoma Czech Festival is getting to perform the Česká beseda. For those of you who do not know, the beseda is a traditional folk dance from Czechoslovakia. It was created under times of oppression. The beseda was created by taking dances from 10 different villages and combining them to make a 16-minute long dance. Beseda means to eat, to gather, and to have a good time. In 1922, a professor from Czechoslovakia came to this very Czech hall and taught 8 dancers the beseda. Those dancers then passed it on to other members of the Sokol Lodge and to some of the people who are still teaching it to this day. It means so much to me to be able to perform this dance because of how delicately and accurately it has been preserved. I am so excited to getting to continue to perform it and pass it on to future generations. Děkuji, thank you.
Thank you. And your second question is, if you could talk to one of your Czech-Slovak ancestors, who would you choose and why, and what do you think you would talk about?
If I could talk to any of my Czech-Slovak ancestors, it would be my great-great-grandmother. So my great-great-grandparents immigrated from Bohemia in 1906 and 1910. They moved to America where unfortunately they died in the 1920s flu epidemic. All 5 of their children were put into a Bohemian orphanage in Chicago. Now, because of their young ages, the children did not know much about their family or their origins, so this left a huge hole in my family history. If I could sit down and talk with my great-grandmother, I could learn about our family's origins, traditions, and history. Děkuji, thank you.
Thank you very much, contestant number 11. Contestant number 12. Contestant 12 is a 16-year-old and sophomore at Yukon High School. She enjoys being on the girls' golf team, traveling to tournaments, and being a member of the Kolovoce choir. She is also a member of Partners Club, working with students with special needs. She enjoys this type of work and plans on pursuing a career as an occupational therapist. In her free time outside of school, contestant number 12 likes to be with friends and family. She also enjoys watching her favorite TV shows and playing with her dog. Volunteering at the Infant Crisis Center, Pets and People, Spirit League, and Special Olympics is also something she enjoys, as well as Girl Scout activities. Contestant number 12 is just recently discovering her Czech heritage, but has had fun learning things that she did not know about herself and her ancestors. She has learned that her 4th great-grandfather immigrated from Beroun, Bohemia, Czechoslovakia, and settled in Nebraska in 1865. As a child, contestant number 12 has many memories of her great-grandmother making hoska bread and kolaches. Her family keeps that tradition alive each year at Christmas using her great-grandmother's family recipes. Contestant 12, tell us about your favorite part of the Oklahoma Czech Festival and why.
My favorite part about the Oklahoma Czech Festival, before I knew much about my heritage, was always getting to the parade early to get a good spot with my family and competing to get the most candy and the most free things from the parade. Now that I know more about my heritage, I think my favorite part will be getting to show off my heritage and getting to perform dances and just being around other people who appreciate our culture as much as I do.
And who inspired you the most to carry on your family's Czech-Slovak heritage and how?
The person who inspired me the most was either my mom or my great-grandmother. My great-grandmother was the one who always did the traditions and would always pass them down, and my mom has really helped me get back to those and learn more about them and look at how deep they go and appreciate them more.
Thank you very much, contestant number 12. Contestant number 13. Contestant number 13 is 12 years old and in the 6th grade at Heritage Hall. She has many talents and hobbies. She plays cello and has won many awards in track and field, basketball, and volleyball. She also loves art, cooking, reading, gardening, being active, and spending time with her cat and 2 dogs. She spent her summer learning how to make Pazansky eggs and studying Czech and Slovak Kroj with her big sister. She also made a quilt that looks like the Czech flag with her mom. Contestant number 13's favorite school subjects are English and science. She has straight A's in school and makes the honor roll every semester for her good grades. Contestant number 13 has type 1 diabetes, so she wants to be a doctor when she is older. Her favorite Czech dance is a 7-step polka, and her favorite Czech song is Annie and the Cabbage Patch. She loves spending her Saturday nights dancing at the Yukon Czech Hall and spending her Sunday afternoons baking kolaches with her grandmother. Her favorite flavor of kolache is apple. Contestant number 13, tell us about your favorite part of the Oklahoma Czech Festival and why.
My favorite part about the Oklahoma Czech Festival is the people. I love how, if you've never polka danced before, they will teach you how. I also love that every year I always see all the wonderful faces of the Czech community, and I even see new faces that turn into new friends. I love how beautiful our Kroys are, and they blend together so nicely. I also love how each Czech dancer is going to tell you all about their Kroj if you want to know more. So overall, my favorite thing about the Oklahoma Czech Festival is how nice and inviting the people are.
So share an interesting story about your family's Czech-Slovak heritage or history.
An interesting story would be when my grandmother was younger, she would grow the poppy flowers with her mother in their garden. And her job was to harvest the poppy seeds and then grind them by hand with a mortar and pestle. And I think that sounds like a really hard job to do. In the 1940s, they did not have an electric poppy seed grinder, so she would have to use a mortar and pestle to grind them up for her kolaches. I sometimes use a mortar and pestle when we make kolaches, but I choose to use the electric poppy seed grinder because it is easier and faster.
Thank you so much, contestant number 13. Each junior queen and queen contestant were asked to write an essay entitled, "What My Czech-Slovak Heritage Means to Me." These essays are an additional part of the onstage interview for junior queen and queen. We will now hear the junior queen's essays, starting with contestant number 11.
Heritage is defined as property that descends to an heir. Now, when I think of my Czech-Slovak heritage, that is not what I think of. I think of children dancing all night in bright, colorful Kroj. I think of families gathering in the kitchen to watch Grandma make her world-famous kolaches. I think of grandparents telling their grandchildren stories of how their ancestors journeyed across the wide Atlantic. The word heritage cannot be defined in one sentence. The word heritage carries with it traditional costumes, delicious smells, the sounds of heartfelt tunes, and most of all, the memories and stories of the people before us. I believe it is our responsibility to continue these traditions. I will always be proud of my Czech heritage, and I will always do my part to proudly continue our customs. But most importantly, I will tell the stories of my ancestors so that way they are never forgotten. Our heritage is a gift that spans generations and is filled with more than words can express. We can't just talk about our heritage. We must live it, speak it, sing it, and even bake it. And that is why I am proud of my heritage and proud to be Czech. Děkuji, thank you.
Thank you, contestant number 11. Contestant number 12, it is your turn.
I have loved learning about my Czech heritage recently. I only wish that my great-grandmother and my great-great-grandmother were still with me so I could hear their stories from them personally. I remember when my great-grandmother would make kolaches and let me help. She always made hoska bread for Christmas morning, and our whole family would have a slice before opening our presents. My family continues this tradition to this day. I feel that learning about your heritage and where you're from is important. You should know about your ancestors and pass down traditions to future generations so they're not lost. I think it's important to know your identity as well. Finding out where you came from and who made you who you are is very beneficial. From the information I've learned so far, I've begun making a scrapbook of my Czech heritage. This book includes photos of my great-grandmother and her family, as well as her signature recipes. As I learn more about my ancestors, the more I will add to my book. I hope to show future generations this book so they can know where they came from and see where the traditions that they participate in originated from. Thank you.
Thank you, contestant number 12. Next, we have contestant 13.
Dobrý den. I'm so excited to be running for Junior Queen. I'm very proud of my Czech-Slovak heritage. I'm 50% Czech-Slovak, and my ancestors come from all over the Czech and Slovak republics. I live my Czech-Slovak heritage every day. My name is actually a Czech-Slovak name. I often have to explain that my name is pronounced differently because of my Czech-Slovak culture. I often spend my Saturday nights dancing at the Yukon Czech Hall. When my sister is home from college, we play polka music and dance through the house. My grandma makes kolaches with me, and I love taking them to school to share traditional Czech-Slovak dishes with my teachers. I aspire to do the Czech Besta like my mom and big sister, and I'm already started learning moves. I love being Czech because the culture is so amazing. Our food is hearty and flavorful, our kroys are intricate and colorful, our music is lively and inviting, and our language is complex and beautiful. Most importantly, our people are hardworking, smart, strong, artistic, and loyal. There's nothing I don't love about my Czech heritage.
Thank you, contestant number 13. At this time, would you please return to the stage so the judges can get another look and they're making their final decisions. Turn to your right and face me. And then face the back. And then turn right again to face the other wall. And then right again to face the audience and the judges. And how about another twirl? They are absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, contestants. And find your families out there, give them a wave and a kiss. I know they're very proud of you. So thank you, contestants. This concludes the Oklahoma Czech-Slovak Junior Queen competition. And ladies, you may exit the stage. Okay, I think that next we have the Queen competition. So if she is head backstage. I was hoping I wasn't going to have to do this, but I did prepare a short dance routine for you. I saw Garrett go like this. I didn't bring the right shoes, so maybe next year you get to see that. Okay, the last segment is the Queen competition, and it is for young women who are between the ages of 17 and 25 who would like to represent the Oklahoma Czechs as our Oklahoma Czech-Slovak Queen. This year we have one young woman seeking the Queen title, and we will begin the Croy modeling by meeting contestant number 14, our Queen-elect Anna Shedevy Thompson, as she models her Croy. Anna is modeling an authentic Croy from the town of Bilovice in southeastern Moravia. This formal Croy was custom made by hand in the Czech Republic and is known for its huge, round, hand-pleated sleeves. According to tradition, this vest is always white, so attention is not drawn away from the voluminous sleeves and brightly colored skirt. This is because the sleeves and skirt are the most important parts of the Croy. They indicate the wealth of the wearer's family. The more petticoats and the larger the sleeves, the wealthier the young lady. Likewise, more gold embroidery on the tightly pleated back skirt indicates wealth. The collar and sleeves are adorned with plaques of intricate embroidery and lace. Contestant number 14 wears flowers in her hair to signify that she is single. Black boots and black tights are worn with this Croy, and floral ribbons are tied around the waist and sleeves to complete the look. The front skirt is made of brocade, and each girl in the town picks her own color. Contestant 14 chose light blue because it holds a special meaning to her. In the Czech Republic, her ancestors were on the river harvesting ice for the town's pivo. This was dangerous work, so after a terrible family tragedy during one ice harvest, they decided to pursue a new life and new opportunities in America. Contestant 14 wears a light blue skirt to represent the ice. It reminds her of the struggles of her ancestors and how they overcame them, and how thankful she is for their courage and perseverance. Thank you, contestant number 14, Queen-elect Anna Shedevy-Thompson. We'll let you stay out here. So how about you go to the center? We're going to let them look at your Croy again. Absolutely beautiful. And now face the back so they can see the back of your Croy. And face the front. And give us a twirl so we can see that beautiful skirt. So I will ask you, what is your favorite part of your Croy?
My favorite part of my Croy is my blue skirt. The brocade is ice blue to represent my family's profession of ice harvesting in the Czech Republic. And so when I wear it, I feel quite a bit of pride in my Czech heritage and my ancestors' story.
All right, thank you very much, Queen-elect. This concludes our Croy modeling. And moving right along, we're going to go to the on-stage interview, and we will please welcome Anna back to the stage. Contestant number 14, Queen-elect Anna Shedevy-Thompson, is 21 years old. She is a senior at the University of Oklahoma Honors College. At OU, she majors in computer science with minors in French, math, and pre-medicine studies. She has a perfect 4.0 GPA and has received many academic honors and awards. Contestant 14 has many hobbies and talents. She plays violin, cello, piano, and harp. In high school, she was one of 4 students chosen internationally to study piano at Interlaken Arts Academy, a world-renowned arts boarding school. Contestant 14 also loves dancing. She has won 5 state titles and a regional title for dance and has taught workshops at various schools and events. When she is not playing music or dancing, contestant 14 spends her free time reading, sewing, making traditional Czech-Slovak art, or serving those in need with her community service fraternity. Ever since she was a little girl, contestant 14 has been very involved in the Oklahoma Czech-Slovak community. She learned to polka at 18 months old and started going to Czech school when she was 3. At 8 years old, she was the youngest dancer in Oklahoma to ever do the Czech beseda, which is her favorite Czech dance. So I have a couple of questions for you. Why is it important to celebrate your heritage with a festival in Yukon each year?
It is so important to celebrate with our festival every year because one of the biggest parts of heritage preservation is our community. The festival is a wonderful opportunity for us to teach the next generation all of our traditions, and it's another wonderful opportunity for us to invite new people into the community and to make new memories. The festival is also a culmination of a year's worth of hard work of heritage preservation. And so it's wonderful to have this one day in the year where we can show off all of the hard work we've been doing in this very impressive and lively heritage celebration.
Anna, if you could talk to one of your Czech-Slovak ancestors, who would you talk to and why? And what do you think you would talk about?
I would pick my great-great-grandmother. She came from the town of Kroměříž in Moravia, and I've always heard that that is a very beautiful town with lots of hustle and bustle. I would ask her all about her life there, all of her friends and family, and all of the traditions that she took part in. I would ask her about her voyage to the United States and about all of the new things that she saw in America that she had never seen in her homeland before. I would hope that she would be able to understand at least a little bit of my Czech, and I hope that she would be proud of all of the hard work that I'm doing to preserve my heritage.
Thank you, Anna. Next, our Queen-elect will now present her essay entitled, "What My Czech-Slovak Heritage Means to Me."
Dobrý den. I'm so excited to be running for Oklahoma Czech-Slovak Queen. Preserving, sharing, and celebrating my Czech-Slovak heritage is something that fills me with deep pride and joy. When I was young, I was always known as that Czech girl. Starting in preschool, every chance I got, I gave presentations on my Czech-Slovak heritage at school. Serving as Oklahoma Czech-Slovak princess was one of my favorite childhood experiences. I've been polka dancing since before I could even talk, and I love playing traditional Czech music on violin, cello, and piano. At 8 years old, I was the youngest dancer in Oklahoma to ever do the Česká beseda, and I love baking poppy seed kolaches with my grandma. Studying and sharing my Czech-Slovak culture is my passion. It is so important to keep the fire burning so we can eventually pass off the torch to the next generation of young Czechs and Slovaks. It would be an honor and a delight to serve as an ambassador for such an extraordinary culture and group of people. Děkuji.
Thank you very much, Anna. While Anna goes backstage to prepare for her talent, we would like to introduce you to our 2019-2021 Oklahoma Czech-Slovak royalty. Our royalty director, Debbie Kessler, would like to introduce them.
I just want you to know that I absolutely love this group you're getting ready to see, and you should be very proud of them. They've done a wonderful job during their historic 2-year COVID reign. Come on out, guys, if you're back there. Come on. There they come. They started out great guns, covering 12 events in just the first 4 months, and then COVID hit and everything stopped. Scoot on up. Let them see you. And it was heartbreaking and frustrating as event after event was taken from them. When it was time to give up their crowns, over half of their year had been canceled. When each of these royals were asked if they would consider serving a second year, each one eagerly accepted. They began searching for events that didn't cancel during the fall and the Christmas of 2020, and they found some. Their eagerness to serve never faded when it came to representing the Oklahoma Czechs and advertising the return of our festival, even in the face of a pandemic. During their 24-month reign, only about 10 of those months were open for activities. And still, they went to over 21 events, including some new ones for us, like the Kingfisher Christmas Parade and the Meeker Pumpkin Festival Parade, the Reno Veterans Parade, and the McLeod Blackberry Festival Parade. This group has gotten very close, and I know we're all going to miss each other. Treasure those one-of-a-kind sashes that say 2019-2020 and 2020-2021. I hope we never have sashes like that again. And giggle when you look back at those silly mask portraits that we took. Thank you to your wonderful families. And thank you for doing such a great job serving as our cultural ambassadors. All right, enough bragging. Our Oklahoma Czech-Slovak queen is Emily Cole of Oklahoma City. Emily is the daughter of Phil and Amy Cole. We're very proud of Emily. This summer, when she received an award for talent and also the Sokol Award from the Miss Czech-Slovak U.S. Pageant in Nebraska. Thank you, Emily. It's hard to see through tears. Our Oklahoma Czech-Slovak junior queen is Kinsey Shirazi of Edmond. Go on out, take a little walk. Kinsey is the daughter of Jason and Lindsay Shirazi. Our Oklahoma Czech-Slovak junior queen. Our Oklahoma Czech-Slovak prince is Connor Imhoff of Sparks. Connor is the son of Chad and Katrina Imhoff. He's done a fine job as well. And our Oklahoma Czech-Slovak princess is Lola May Yonda of Yukon. Lola is the daughter of Tony and Kimberly Yonda. All right, and I'm going to pass them around and let each of them tell us about their fantastic pandemic reign. You want to hold her? You want me to hold her?
Boy, my name is Connor Imhoff, and I am proud to be the 2019 through 2021 Oklahoma Czech-Slovak Prince. I am the 9-year-old son of Chad and Katrina Imhoff of Prague, and I am in 4th grade. Being selected as Oklahoma Czech-Slovak Prince has been such an honor, and I'm so proud of my Czech heritage. I never would have guessed when I was crowned 2 years ago that I would get to serve for twice as long due to a pandemic. Thank you to our Oklahoma Czechs Incorporated for this opportunity and for all you have done for us in support throughout these 2 years. The first few months of 2019-2020 went quickly. We jumped in and started attending events as a corps and had a lot of fun. The COVID-19 came and everything changed. Festivals and parades were all canceled. We were disappointed and a little scared, but hopeful it wouldn't last long. I thought my short reign as prince was over practically before it had even begun. However, that I was changed when I was asked to reign an additional year as Oklahoma Czech-Slovak Prince, and was excited and grateful for the opportunity to continue to do all I could to represent my heritage and keep the Czech and Slovak communities alive and involved for another year. Thankfully, the pandemic didn't affect my family's lives. Were very much from a day-to-day standpoint, though I understand as a nation and worldwide that it has and is. As a 7th generation farmer, our lives have had to continue as a normal with work and things to be accomplished every day in order to continue to be good stewards of the land and feed America. Social distancing is daily norm for most farmers anyways, and that combined with the fact that I am the 2nd generation homeschooler made it easier for my family to cope during the pandemic without much, if any, change necessary. At the end of 2020 and with the start of 2021, things picked back up. We were excited to get back out and be promoting the festival and our heritage. We traveled and attended events wherever we could find them, sometimes even creating our own by hosting parties at our very own Czech Hall in Yukon. No matter what we did, we were thankful to be back together and promoting our heritage, whether it was near or far, so many miles and hours put in over the last 2 years, but they all complemented to being priceless in memories. A definite highlight of my reign was attending the National Czech-Slovak Festival and Pageant in Wilbur, Nebraska with my family. While there, I was able to do my heritage proud by winning the kolache eating contest for my age category, and my victory was that much sweeter with the cherry kolache, which was my favorite. That was just one of the fun things I got to do while I was there to support my Queen Emily as she ran in the national pageant. Emily, you did an amazing job. I couldn't be prouder of you and how you represented our state and heritage. I know you continue to do great things, and I hope you never lose the extra sparkle you spread everywhere you go in the lives you touch. Thank you for always being my parade buddy and being willing to attend any event with me that I wanted to go, even the sketchy ones. As a royal court, we traveled and tackled every opportunity we could help make up the time lost from the pandemic, and we made so many good memories together. I have so much love and respect for my royal Rodina, and am so grateful for the opportunities we've had to get to know each other. I want to thank my Queen Emily, Junior Queen Kenzie, and Princess Lola for being the big sisters I never knew I needed, and for loving me and my family and making the last 2 years mean so much. Each of you and your families have been so nice, and I look forward to seeing that God has planned for each of you in the future. I also want to thank the amazing Miss Elaine Benda for all the time you devote into not only me, but countless others as well, in the valuable lessons of the Czech language and folk dancing. You have made a special impact on me and my family and our heritage. Last but never least, thanks to our fearless leader, Miss Debbie, for always making me smile and being such a genuine and fun person. You are truly dedicated to our Czech heritage and our royalty program, and made this reign so awesome for each of us. I couldn't love or respect you more. Jackie Vaughn.
Hello, my name is Lola May Yonda, and I am your 2019 through 2021 Czech-Slovak princess. I have been honored to serve in this role for the past 2 years. My favorite part of my reign was the parades. It was so fun to walk around and meet people and get to introduce them to my heritage and sometimes even snap a photo. I really loved getting to see all the smiles on little girls' faces when they saw us in our crowns. It just made me so happy. Sometimes I could hear them yell, I want to be like you one day. It was so sweet and so special to hear. I would really like to say a big thank you to Debbie Kessler. She was always so much fun to be with at events and made the entire process so much fun. She is so kind and sweet, and I know the next generation of Czech-Slovak royalty will feel the same way. I will really miss her. I also want to say thank you to Queen Emily, Junior Queen Kenzie, and Prince Connor. You guys are so awesome, and were so much fun to work with. I wouldn't want to spend my royalty reign with anyone else. I wish each one of you many blessings in your future, and know you will do great things. I am so excited to watch the next group of royals rock their title. I am so thankful and eternally grateful for this opportunity to serve. Děkuji, thank you.
Dobrý den, I'm Kenzie Shirazi, the current junior queen, and I never dreamed when I was crowned in 2019 that I would get to hold the title of the Oklahoma Czech-Slovak Junior Queen for 2 years. Although the circumstances that led me there were not the best, I have thoroughly enjoyed my time as an ambassador for our Czech community. Throughout my reign, I have had many wonderful experiences despite the challenges that were caused by COVID-19. I appreciated each parade and event we participated in more because we were so limited, especially during the first year. I loved getting to spend time with the rest of the court, whether it was online calls or in person. My favorite events were the Guthrie Christmas Parade, the Liberty Fest Parade, and the Groundhog Dinner. I would like to thank the Oklahoma Czechs, Inc. for this wonderful opportunity to represent the organization and my heritage, as well as the WFLA Lodge Jan Žižka, number 67, for graciously sponsoring me throughout my pageant run and royalty reign. I love being a part of the Oklahoma Czech royalty and Oklahoma Czechs, Inc. to continue preserving my heritage and carrying on the traditions of my ancestors. There are many people to thank who made my reign possible. My parents, for all their love and support, for always driving me in the parades and helping me with my croy and whatever else I needed. My aunt, great aunts, grandma, and mom for helping me make my croy beautiful and representative of our family. A big thank you to Debbie Kessler, our pageant director, for always checking up on the royalty over the past 2 years, keeping our spirits up, and making sure the Oklahoma Czechs were represented as much as possible. Elaine Binda for helping to keep the Czech traditions alive through the Oklahoma Czech folk dancers. We couldn't do it without you. And finally, a huge thank you to my court for making the past 2 years so special. I've enjoyed getting to know Connor and Lola and continuing my special bond with Emily. I wish the best of luck to the 2021-2022 Junior Queen. May your reign be as fun and fulfilling as mine has been. Děkuji.
Okay, well, I'm going to exercise the last little bit of my queenly license and give my speech out here because I was just hit with the realization that this is probably the last opportunity I will have to be on this runway with a crown on my head. So thank you for bearing with me, and thank you so much to Queen-elect Anna for sparing some of her time. Thank you all for being here. I know we have had a crazy past 2 years, and as you've heard the rest of my court say, never in our lives did we imagine that we would be serving for 2 years due to a global pandemic. But despite all of that, we have, at least I know I have, and I'm sure my court would agree when I say this, we have had one of the most fulfilling reigns I think anyone could ever have. I have been honored, despite the pandemic, to safely attend so many different Czech festivals, and I've made so many new friends in Kansas, in Nebraska, in South Dakota, and I think it's especially amazing that even after the pandemic has somewhat settled, I was able to go to those places and receive the same love from those Czech communities as if I were one of their own. And I think that's something that's so special about our culture and why I am so excited we get to extend our love to others on this next Saturday. So I was fortunate to attend the National Czech Festival in Wilbur, Nebraska, and I want to direct my next little portion to the contestants who have competed today. I share this story with you and part of my farewell address because I think this is maybe one of the biggest things I learned throughout my life. I wanted a crown more than anything. I wanted to win so badly I could taste it, and that wasn't in my cards. I did walk away with the Sokol Talent Award and Talent Runner-Up Award, which I'm so extremely grateful for, but I didn't walk away with the crown. And at first, I was so devastated by this fact, but then I realized something. I didn't need that crown. I have served our community here in ways that I never would have been able to if I had not vied for the Miss Czech-Slovak Oklahoma or the Oklahoma Czech-Slovak Queen title. I challenge the new royalty, the next queen, the next junior queen, the next prince and princess, whether you win or not. If you are a contestant today, you know, we hear all throughout pageants and festivals, Share with the next generation. We want to preserve this for the next generation. And you know what the part that sometimes doesn't hit? That's us. We're the next generation. We're the ones who need to learn the songs, the dances, continue to bake, learn the language, learn the art of what it takes to make kroye. That's us. That's our responsibility. And this title, no matter what title you receive in our Oklahoma Czech-Slovak royalty program, gives you a world of possibilities to make that happen. I have been so thankful that I have been able to do my part in preserving our heritage. I will continue to do my part in preserving our heritage. And remember that win or lose, I am so proud, and this community is so proud to have so many young people that are wanting to represent our heritage. Before I go, I'd like to thank my primary sponsor, Oklahoma Czechs Incorporated. They have done so much for me just throughout this 2 years, through my trip to nationals. They've been such a great support. I'd like to thank my parents, Amy and Philip Cole. You all are absolutely amazing, and I couldn't have done this without them. Thank you to Elaine Binda for always listening to my worries, for the mock interview, for everything I could have imagined or asked for. The same goes to Debbie Kessler. My friend, my family, thank you for all of your support. Thank you so much to Connor. As he said, he made me cry, for being my favorite parade buddy. Thank you so much to Lola for putting up with Kinsey and I's crazy antics. We are cousins, so we do get a little wild. And thank you so much to Kinsey for everything. I'm so glad we've gotten to have this bond together. Thank you for sewing with me until 12 o'clock in the morning the night before nationals. That goes to a lot of people. Finally, thank you so much to my grandma Ruth Miller and cousin Ann Holman. They're absolutely amazing, and they have taught me to keep the history of our family alive through the making of kroye. Thank you so, so much for allowing me to serve 2 years as your queen. And I cannot wait to see the wonderful things I know will happen as the next royalty takes their crowns. Děkuji vám. Thank you. So sorry, ladies and gents, I know you just heard me blab, but before we go, we do have a special presentation for Miss Debbie Kessler. I think she knew it was coming, so sorry you saw the roses. But thank you so much for everything you do. She has been our friend for 2 years, our pageant director for more. She's our family, she's our support, and this would not happen without her. So if we could please hear a big round of applause for Miss Debbie Kessler. Now back to the pageant. Thank you all.
Okay, let's have one more round for our reigning Oklahoma Czech-Slovak royalty.
All right, now back to the pageant. And we will be finishing up with the Queen Talent category. And so let's invite Anna back to stage to introduce her talent.
Dobry den. Today I will be performing dance as my talent. From Czech folk dance to ballroom dance to competitive dance, I have dedicated many years of my life to this activity, so I'm very excited to share it with you all today. I will be performing a dance from the very famous show, Lord of the Dance. There are a few reasons why I picked this particular show to do a dance from. One reason is Lord of the Dance is one of my favorite hymns, but also the show is just very exciting and lively, so I hope you all enjoy.
ladies and gentlemen, our Queen-elect Anna Shedevy Thompson. So as the judges make their final notes, we'd like to thank all of you, all of the young people today who have been here and who are proud of their heritage and spreading their love for the Czech and Slovak culture to keep our heritage alive. You have truly done an absolutely fantastic job. Let's give all of the contestants a round of applause. We will be anxiously awaiting the coronation ceremony that is next Saturday, October 2nd at 4 p.m. at the Oklahoma Czech Festival. We also want to invite you to the coronation ball right here at the Czech Hall that evening, and it is always a lot of fun. So this is the conclusion of our 21 Oklahoma Czech-Slovak royalty pageant. Thank you and good night. And one more thing, if you guys would have a few minutes after to help return the tables and chairs to the wings, help us clean up, that would be fantastic. Many hands make light work. So thanks again and travel safely home.